Today, we're going to be taking a look at land in Central Florida. Now, sometimes I get inspiration for my videos from you and from your questions. And sometimes I get inspiration for my videos from just things that I come across on a day-to-day basis that I end up being interested in. And today the video is because I wanted to talk about land. So last week was spring break for my kids in school. And some of you are gonna think this is crazy. My current customer base definitely thought this was a bit weird because, you know, most of you are dreaming of the sunshine and trying to get away from the cold. But we went to Maine. So, you know, I haven't been in the snow in like 15 years. My kids don't remember it, even though they were born in Northern Europe. They don't have no recollection whatsoever of the cold. So yeah, we got tickets to Maine and had a great time. This is a little video of my almost native Florida son experiencing downhill skiing for the first time. Here he comes. Oh, looking good. You know what? A lot of Maine is closed during the winter. I didn't really realize that. So we spent 2 days in Bar Harbor, which is by and large completely closed when it's not a tourist season. Okay, I didn't know that. I'm sorry, I didn't. It was beautiful, but you know, at night we had really nothing to do. So I found myself, okay, I'm pretending like I didn't have anything to do. I would have done this anyway, because this is what I do. I started looking at real estate and just wanted to see what was for sale in Maine. Do you do that when you're on vacation too? Do you like pretend like you're gonna move there and see what housing prices are like? I know I do. So I started looking through houses in Maine and, you know, flipping through on realtor.com or Zillow or whatever I was on like any other person looking for a home. And I was noticing that normal lot sizes, or normal, what we call normal in Central Florida, were kind of rare. And I was seeing things on like 10 acres of land and 20 acres of land and even 100 acres of land. And so that was really unusual. So, you know, for those of you who are coming here, who are coming to Central Florida, who are used to having some elbow room, I want to take a look at what's available here for you. So what I did was I jumped on the MLS, and I'm going to take you along with me as we make a circle around Orlando. I didn't go very far outside of Orlando, and we're going to see what's available as far as homes with land. And roughly what I noticed is there are basically 4 types of properties that we're going to find. The first one is custom-built luxury homes on acreage, and the acreage is essentially intended for privacy. It's not something that you're going to be farming on, or you're not even necessarily going to have a horse on it. It is just to keep you private. The second type of property that I found is, you know, a larger parcel of land with a home that is really needing to be torn down, and the property is available for redevelopment. Those are very specific types of properties. And then the next type that I found quite a bit of would be equestrian estates. And a lot of those tend to be in gated communities with deed restrictions where the parcels have to be, for example, 5 acres or more. And the idea is that you can have some animals, you know, usually a horse, and it is less expensive than the luxury property, very private and secluded, but not necessarily super rural. And then the last type of property that I found is like the very rural, where you might have to drive down a dirt road. The home may be a single family home, but it might also be a mobile home or a manufactured home, and those would be the lowest price. So no matter what you're looking for, we found a bit of everything as we traveled around the MLS. Let's take a look. So here I have set it up to find parcels that are more than 10 acres. Let's see what this is. 145,000. Okay, this In the central business district of Orlando, there is no 10-acre parcel that's 145,000. What we have right here is an agent who is misunderstood what this means, and this is a condo. I'm sure about it. Yeah, it's a condo, and they are thinking that the entire territory of the condo complex is 10 acres. Let's see if we can find legitimate land. Oh, 165,000. Another condo. Yeah, guys, condos don't come with land, so this is a mistake. So just generally speaking, in Orlando here, though, we are not going to find like 10-acre parcels. Here's one. This is probably lakefront. This is, well, it's also 8 bedrooms, 9 bathrooms, a very nice large house. So that's $2 million. But some of this is going to be very high-priced land that's more intended for development purposes. Yeah, there's another condo. Here's one. This is probably legit because it's headed out towards the east side, but in this general area, you're not going to probably find really anything. And if you are interested in other goofs and gaffes and blunders that I find in the MLS, I invite you to check out my Instagram page, where I tend to post these strange things that I find, like you know, houses that say they have 400 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, or I found a bunch of houses that say they have 200 parking spaces in the garage. And the error there is that the realtor thinks they're supposed to put in the square footage of the garage. It's actually how many spaces are in the garage. But those can be found by and large on my Instagram page, where I put all this silly stuff. All right, so downtown Orlando being kind of out of the question, let's see what's kind of close by. Now, when I started recording, there was a property available here in this area called Wedgefield. I'm going to zoom in on this. It's this rectangular area right here. And it went under contract while I was actually working on this video. So Wedgefield was originally called Rocket City, and you can still see it referred to as Rocket City sometimes, and that's because it was set up to be housing for people working at the Kennedy Space Center. And then that was in the 1960s, and that did not take off or launch, if you will. So it was redeveloped, and it was called Cape Orlando, and you can still see that name sometimes used in relation to this area. And now it is currently called Wedgefield. So Wedgefield often has, you know, fairly large properties. You can see some of these are definitely not like regular sized parcels. So there was a 7-acre property earlier. It is gone now, but it is, this area is very convenient to Orlando International Airport. There isn't a lot out there. It is just kind of this, but, you know, if you're working in Orlando or at the airport area and you want some land, this could be a great place to take a look. So wherever you see these green tabs on this map, I'm in the MLS, and those are houses that are for sale that have at least 5 acres of land. So the next area, I'm going to move up just a little bit north from Wedgefield, and we're in Christmas, Florida. It's a great place, by the way, if you are mailing out Christmas cards. Obviously, take them to the Christmas post office and mail them from there. Christmas is, and Bithlo over here, you know, sort of rural eastern area here of Orlando, where you can find good size parcels and property if that's what you're interested in. I'm just going to pull one up here and take a look at it just for way of example. A lot of these are manufactured homes. This is one of them. So what we will find there is going to be primarily manufactured homes. So this is $500,000, and it has 7.69 acres. Let's take a look at another one. That is $600,000. That is definitely not a manufactured home. And then this one, $550,000, is a single family residence. So something like that. Let's see what kind of acreage this one has. 5 acres. So there's another fairly convenient area. This is in Orange County, just outside of Orlando. You could go across Colonial Drive or 50 to get back into town. All right, so moving north from Christmas, let's zoom in a little bit here. There's Christmas. We're going to go up to Chiliota. Chileota right here. Now, what's kind of cool about Chileota is this is Seminole County. So if schools are important to you, you have the great Seminole County schools. So I do believe that Chileota goes to Oviedo schools, Oviedo being over here a little bit further to the west. And Chileota right there. Chileota is not a city. It is unincorporated Seminole County. So what's nice about that is your taxes are lower because you are not in a city. You're only paying the Seminole County property taxes on that. And Chileota ends up having a lot of really, really high-end luxury properties with larger land. So let's see what we have. Yeah, $5 million. This is a really, really interesting home. It is like a horse farm. I think it has 12 acres. It's in a gated, yeah, look at that. It has a gate. It's in a gated community, 12 acres, and it's phenomenal. 7 bedrooms, 8 full bathrooms, and 3 half bathrooms. Heated square footage, 12,579. So very unique property right there. And then the other one is $1,400,000. So also not too shabby, looking good, luxury homes. So, not farming necessarily, but, like an equestrian estate. That's kind of what you tend to find in Chileota if you're looking for more land. So if you're looking for luxury and great schools, Chileota could be a great place to check out. So from Chileota, we're going to head north right up here to Geneva. And similarly, Geneva is not a city. Wow, I thought that was going to get larger and it didn't. Geneva is not a city. It is also part of unincorporated Seminole County. So once again, you'll have the benefit of somewhat lower taxes because you're not paying any city taxes. And you're still in Seminole County, so you're going to have the A-rated Seminole County schools. Now, Geneva is kind of bordered by Lake Jessup over here on the west and Lake Harney on the east. And then you've got the St. Johns River snaking down through there and up through here. So sometimes you can get St. Johns Riverfront or, like a canal off of the St. Johns River in Geneva, and you can have property where you can have a boat. So that's kind of a great advantage if that's what you're interested in. So Geneva is going to have that more rural feel if that's what you're looking for. So let's take a look at some of these. Here's $500,000. This has 15 acres and a nice 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home. Ooh, 0 days on the market. That is a brand new listing. $749,000. Oh, this looks really nice. What's this? Very pretty home. Nice, very, very nice pool. So this one is 3,900 square feet and has 5 acres of land. Oh, this is probably, Lake Harney Estate. So these are all 5-acre parcels in this community. And 675,000, 545,000. Here's a 4.2 on 5 acres also. So yeah, that's a good spot to get some, slightly less expensive properties, maybe with lake access and still in Seminole County. So really nice schools. Here's 415,000. Interesting house, 5 acres of land. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom home. Interesting. So with Geneva down here, and I think the St. Johns River is probably our border along over here to Lake Monroe. Everything south of here is going to be Seminole County. Everything north of here is Volusia County. And of course, I can go all the way up to New Smyrna Beach and Lake Helen and DeLand and even further north, but I'm trying to stay, a relatively small commute to Orlando just to show you what's available. So I'm not going to go up there. So I'm going to cut this off kind of here in Deltona. What we come to here is called Osteen. And Osteen typically has some less expensive properties. And today there is at least one. So here we've got a property that is $179,000, and this has 10 acres, and it has some sort of a property, but it says it needs to be torn down. So it's mostly just for the land, but 180,000. It's got some kind of a lake on it, you know, plenty of land and a place for you to build or put a mobile home on. But otherwise, right now, what I see on here is property that's located along the 415, which takes you out to New Smyrna Beach, sort of a back way to get to New Smyrna Beach. And so this is much more expensive because this is kind of like commercial, residential, and farm. So what you see along here are like little not farmers markets, but like produce stands and things like that. And so this is kind of different, these properties along here. And then in Deltona, there's not really a whole lot of anything. There are some communities with larger parcels of land. I don't really see anything in there. Like Summerfield Farms, it looks like everything has gone under contract in there. That's a gated community with like 10-acre parcels, at a minimum of 10-acre parcels. And then here is a property. This is probably Enterprise. Yeah, it's Enterprise, 1.5 million. And this has 6 acres of land and a nice home from 2009 on it. But otherwise, I was hoping to see more. Sometimes there's more, just not right now. Here's something in DeBary, again, Volusia County, and this one is from 1977 and 5 acres of land, $494,000. So as we leave this western section of Seminole County, basically bordered here by Wekiva Springs State Park, and as we head a little bit further west, we're in sort of Sorrento, Zellwood, and down here, Apopka. And this whole area right here usually has some nice acreage available. Again, not a ton right now, but anything along here, you're just bordered by these national or state parks, and just very nice nature right here. Great places for kayaking and things like that. So here's one to take a look at. This is 650,000. It's 5 acres. And just, you know, great, like lush, lots of trees, lots of shade, just a very nice area right through there. And similarly over in here, and you can get houses for a pretty good price. So Sorrento is Lake County. As we head down to here, Apopka is mostly Orange County, some sections being in Seminole County, but I think where you're going to find land is probably going to be more in the Orange County section. So let's just see a couple of these. This is 650,000. Here we're in Orange County section of Apopka. Built in 1973, almost 10 acres of land, so great property, great parcel there. And here's one for 599,000. This one has a little over 5 acres and was built in 1997. So there are some good choices in this section of town as well. And you're very close to Orlando from here. It's not a long drive to get back down to Orlando right there. So now we're going to move a little bit further south, a little bit closer to Orlando also, and so the prices are going to increase. So here we have a couple of properties. Here's one in Horizon West, 700,000, and then over here in Windermere, 15 million. Let's take a look at this one. So this is on 5 acres, and it has 7 bedrooms. Yes. Very nice. Beautiful. And of course, that is, going to be your custom home once again with the acreage that's going to be available to you there is going to be used for privacy, not for anything like farming. So as we get further down here, we've got some houses over here in the Reunion area. Here's one for 5 million. So this is Kissimmee. And down here, here's 2 million. This is probably also Kissimmee. Okay, so this is going to be where there's a lot of new home construction going on, and this 12-acre parcel is being sold for the purpose of development into a housing community. So that's why it's priced at $2.3 million. So now I'm going to round out this little tour of larger parcels of land in the Orlando area. Once again, Orlando up in here. We're going to go down to the southeast, and I'm going to just take you through a little bit of Osceola County, and then we'll head up towards Lake Nona. So Osceola County is going to include Kissimmee and St. Cloud. And as you can see, St. Cloud has actually quite a lot of properties with these larger parcels. And the prices, by and large, are, quite reasonable. There's quite a few in the million and up range, but just as many in the $500,000, $400,000 range. So here's $724,000 in St. Cloud. Here's another one with $459,000. So you do have some choices. Let's see what this is. This is 5 acres, and it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home from 1971. And the further down you go, let's see, here's this looks like some sort of a farm. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 575,000, 17 acres. So quite a big parcel there. So St. Cloud might be a great place to explore if you are looking for more of the farm and rural kind of an area here in Osceola County. And then again, let's just zoom in on Lake Nona a little bit, Medical City. So all of this, the lots here are much smaller, but as we get over to Lake Hart and Lake Whippoorwill, there are a couple over in here. Actually, this whole area has larger lots, so a little over $1 million. And 1.6 million. So lots of possibility here. Lakefront, very beautiful. And this has 5 acres of land. So that should give you some idea of where to look. So I hope that's given you a little bit of an idea of what to expect in terms of land in Central Florida. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. The best way to find me is below. There's a link to a calendar where you can set up a Zoom call with me. A lot of you like to find me through Instagram and Facebook, which is fine, but if we're not already connected on either of those platforms, then I don't always notice those messages, and I feel really badly when I discover them after like a week has passed. So shoot me a text, or definitely jump onto the calendar and set up a Zoom call with me. If you have any questions, I will be very happy to answer them for you. All right, take care. Thanks for watching.